Hello, you guys. It's Sunday. So, we're doing our gamer hangout. That we're doing. Every Sunday, we're going to do this about this time, around 4 o'clock, give or take a minute or two either way, just because sometimes technology fights back a bit, but generally right about 4 o'clock. So, this is your chance to hop on. Anybody who wants to, we'll send you a link. You can be on here on the video. You can chat with me or other members. We can have several people on here at once. I had 5 on the one time and several times 2 and 3. So you're more than welcome to talk about any game that you want to talk about. And so this is your chance to meet up with others. All right. So briefly, I'm going to let you know real quick. I had some notes here. So we did get picked up. We went to Anchor.fm, which is another podcasting company, because it offers a few more things that we can do that the others don't. So we're going to kind of condense the ones we have down to 2. I'm going to keep Podbean because Podbean allows me to do live broadcasts with call-ins. Now, if people don't want to call in, that's okay. If it doesn't be too big of a popular thing, then we're all just going to eventually switch probably to Anchor, just because we can do pre-recorded shows too with multiple members and then put it up. So it's all good. I wanted to let you know about that. The other thing we have coming up is there is in our area something called GameCon that comes by every year. Generally draws a few thousand people. They usually hold it at the local Marriott Hotel, because it's a fancy hotel that was renovated with millions of dollars. So it was pretty fancy. I couldn't get a table there for our group last year. I just wanted to put up a table to, spread the word, let people know who we are. So this year we do have, bear with me for a second here. Well, ho, D, how are you? We do have a booth reserved. It's a virtual booth. So it's going to be February 26th, February 27th, and February 28th. Now I'm going to take off work and use some paid time off for that Saturday. That Friday I don't normally work anyway, so it doesn't matter. And Sunday I probably do a half day. But we're going to do the Gamers of Coffee event all day, and we're going to break it into sections. So here's your chance to come by. Again, say hi, see our little booth, and we're going to break out games in sections. So we're working on a schedule right now, and it'll be up at GameCon when we get a chance. But I think it's pretty cool that we have the chance to be somewhere that's all about gaming, because it isn't just one game that we do. We're into all sorts of games, right? So we're going to be there at GameCon. It's going to be pretty cool. You're going to be invited. I'll put the links up later. And give us some suggestions. What would you like to see? I mean, for instance, we got blocks of time that we can do something with you guys. So I'm going to throw an example out. I don't know if we're going to hang with this or not, but just an example. So say from 9 a.m. to 10, we can bring out Star Wars X-Wing and show and tell kind of what it is. You can see the models, see the ship, see how the game plays, ask questions. Then maybe from 10 to 11 or something, do it on a different show. On a different game, maybe Warhammer. Then maybe something for video games, maybe something for card games, D&D, and so on. So I'll break up the sections of time that we have to being able to show you guys about the gaming world. And then if you have questions, ask. It's just going to be a fun thing to do. Doesn't cost anything. Of course, I'm getting notifications. It doesn't cost anything, you guys, for you to go. So because it's going to be a virtual event, it's going to be free. And so I encourage you to hang out, because it isn't just going to be our booth. It's going to be other gaming stuff. I know there's a company that'll be there that's nothing but Gundam stuff. Nothing but Gundam. So if you're interested in that, you're going to like that. Because I know they're there every year. Just don't call them a transformer. because then they get a little bit, somewhat irritating. Yes, Ashley is going to do a segment on painting. So brushes, paints, basing. Oh, well, hello, Kyle. Your favorite games are Betrayal. Now, the House on Haunted Hill, I have not played, but I've heard a lot about, and that sounds like a cool game. Axis and Allies, yep, and zombies, of course. So Ashley does zombies all the time. So yeah, and you're more than welcome too, you guys. If you want to be live on the air here with me or whatever, you can. The link is I can give you guys. It's free, and you can hop in if you want. But we're going to be there at GameCon, and Kyle and Dee and the rest of you listening, show up if you'd like. There's going to be other vendors there too, and since it's a virtual thing, you don't have to worry about, do you got to have a mask? Do I got to do this? Do I got to do that? You can just show up and on your own laptop or computer, and boom, it'll be different. I don't think, it may not be as fun, but we'll try to make it fun. We'll have coffee, of course, and we'll have a table set up, and we'll have things going so you guys can see what's what. Okay, and we'll take it from there. But I think it's going to be pretty fun, to be honest with you. I think it's going to be a good time, and everyone's welcome, man. Now, back to what Kyle here was saying, that's a way for us to learn too, because I don't know how the game you're talking about there, Betrayal and the House on Haunted Hill. Now, I believe my friend Clint does, and that's supposed to be a good game. So, yeah, any suggestions, you guys? And oh, you have a podcast and a video game e-store? Well, then why don't you get on here if you want, then, Kyle, and share. Like, I'm not going to charge you to share your stuff. Just mention us once in a while. We're good. Our group's just trying to grow and get more gamers. So if you'd like, here, I will put give me a second here. Okay. So here's a link I'll stick in the chat there, Kyle, if you want, or anybody. You already got a laptop or you got something set up. It doesn't work so good through a phone, okay? But you can plug right on in. So there's that. 29 different scenarios. Okay. See, you'd have to fill us in a little bit about what those scenarios are, because I like to learn about new games. I'm not just a video gamer or just a miniature or tabletop. Because of video games since Atari came out, I'm having a bit more fun with the miniatures because they can be painted. You put them together and you kind of make them yours. But games in general is why we're here. There's Clint. So Clint, he's saying he loves Betrayal. He's looking forward to playing Betrayal Legends, if you know anything about that. Yeah. So Betrayal Legends. See, I don't know. You guys you'll have to educate me on that. You'll have to let me know. And I'm open to try almost any game. I mean, there's no harm in trying a game, because one or two things are going to happen. You're going to go, wow, this is cool. Or you're going to go, it's not for me. But it never hurts to try. I look at gaming a lot like advice, right? It doesn't hurt you to listen to advice, does it? I don't know if you want to take it or not. It's up to you. Same thing with games. So, hey, if you want a game, that's why we're trying to do some things where we're gearing more towards doing the shows like this live thing. It's going to be every Sunday, so we can interact and people can have a good time. Because this whole virus thing, people need to see each other, and they need to interact, and they need to have a safe way to do it. And that's one of the things we're doing too. And plus, get to hang out with other gamers, and you get to hear my dog bark, of course. Sorry, I'm live, so sometimes that will happen. Hopefully not too much. So Clint's saying he has Legacy, but not Legends. Okay. No. Come here. No. So sorry about that, you guys. She does the bark. I think the squirrel's out there. Come here. Jesse. Oh, this is not going to be fun. Sorry about that. Jesse. Oh, boy. So, anyways, this GameCon is pretty exciting, and that's what I'm looking forward for, is doing that, showing off the group, showing off what we're about, and talking to people, because it's going to be a worldwide event. So that's the 26th, the 27th, and the 28th of February. So Clint says, oh yeah, Gloomhaven is one that people are into, and Clint's saying Legacy is the prequel to Betrayal. So because I'm not familiar, I don't know what one's what on that, but that's again where you guys, we could do a show on that too at some point, or just talk about it, because that's what this is about. So what is the story behind this? Clint, you mentioned it once, but I don't remember, because we've done got close to 200 podcast episodes, and so I don't remember. I know you mentioned it. You'd have to fill in what that game is about, because I honestly don't remember. I know that let's see here. Pardon me for a second, you guys. I am checking to see here. Should be showing up on our Gamers with Coffee group. But I notice once I start this live broadcast, it takes a bit to reload the other pages. Yeah. Well, it should be there. Is it coming through either Kyle or Clint or D on the gamer group? I believe D is on the YouTube channel. So Legacy is a prequel to Betrayal, but what is Betrayal about? Okay. I mean, what's the backstory on the game? Yep, I see you there. D says she's on YouTube. Yep, thank you. I see you on YouTube there. Okay, so Kyle is saying, for those of you that may or may not be able to see that chat, that it's a choose your own adventure game. Changes depending on your card draw or dice rolls. And it's all working together against the monster versus trader. All right, here we go. That looks like Clint trying to get in. Clint?
Ooh, hold on here.
Yep. I got you, but you're red barring.
Yep, give me a second.
That's okay.
Go.
I got seconds.
Go. Sorry, I had to figure out which screen. Once I launch it, it opens up a multitude of screens, and then I don't know which screen is which. Sorry, I was a little indisposed, so I couldn't join in just yet. So,
no, it's okay. Now that you're here,
yeah.
Sorry. So Kyle here is interested in it too.
Yeah. So Legacy. Let me start with this. When they released Betrayal at House on the Hill, it's house tiles, so you build to investigate the rooms. The group works together. At some point in the game, some event happens, and all of a sudden, one of the players at random becomes the monster, the bad guy, the whatever. You don't know it until it happens. So the person who becomes the monster doesn't even know they're the monster until the event happens. And since you're following a story in the book, it will then tell you, the guide will tell you, okay, now that you're the monster, here is the events. Here's what you can do, or here's this or that. The one scenario we played was the rat one. When I say rat one, it just means that while we were investigating strange hauntings in the house, Dave's character became the monster, which was this giant mutant rat that controlled a rat swarm. So we had 3 turns to try to stop this mutant rat and his rat swarm. Yeah, that so didn't happen. It wasn't even, no. It
So
was
you
bad.
don't know. Yeah, so you don't know who
No,
it
you
is.
don't know. Legacy is supposedly, because we've not played yet, but it looks awesome. Legacy is the prequel. By that, it means it tells you the history of the haunted house, why the house is, where it came from, how it came
Okay.
from. And there's
So
multiple scenarios for the creation of this house. The events. Here's what you could do, or here's this or that. The one scenario we played was the rat one. When I say rat one, it just means that while we were investigating strange hauntings in the house, is where it came from, how it came from, and there's multiple scenarios for the creation of this house.
wow. Okay. So this sounds pretty cool, and that's what that other is basically your backstory.
Right.
Okay. So one, it's the prequel to the other, and Kyle says one game you're possessed by a demon or you summon a dragon. You could summon a dragon. I like dragons. So if a dragon's in there, pretty good. And Tommy says, how's things? Things are good, Tommy, as long as I have coffee. As long the world can end, fire can rain down, but as long as I can have my coffee, then I'm good. That I'm a pretty simple kind of person. So yeah.
Speaking of which, I need to buy more coffee.
Okay.
I'm out.
Clint. Oops, Clint, do you have any more sound?
I don't know. It had multiple screens going, so I was trying to close the extra stuff.
Okay, now try talking.
I have been talking.
There we go.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
It had 2 or 3 screens open, so they were overlapping each other. So I was trying to eliminate the other screens.
gotcha. Okay.
Oh
well,
yeah, Laurel got me.
That's what technology.
Side note here, Laurel got me this for Christmas.
What is it? Oh,
It's,
cool.
Yeah, it's just a big coffee mug.
Yeah, but that's good because you could put coffee in it.
Yeah, like I have in it right now. Funny how that works.
Yeah, it's funny how coffee cups hold coffee. That's what they're for. Well, you can put other things in it too.
Well, you can, yeah. Like I will put milk in it or water or whatever. Trying to figure out
heresy.
Nope, it's my cup. I sort of
you can do what you want. Yeah, it's all right.
For it, but
hey. So Kyle said his daughter summoned up a dragon and they had to find special armor to defeat it.
I bet.
And you didn't find the armor, Kyle. So I take it you didn't defeat it then. As long as none of these things can be passed on to, say, my wife, because she doesn't need special powers to summon dragons and stuff. You know what I mean? That would not be good for me.
Ironically, the Nintendo Switch stand works good for holding the phone.
Well, why not?
Yeah, pretty much.
And Kyle says that Legacy starts in the 1800s, and depending on if you can keep your character alive, you can either keep the character the next game or play as an ancestor of your character until you play out through all the scenarios. Wow. So that's
kind of interesting. Interesting little side of it. I look forward to that once we can get the group together to actually sit down and play.
So there's a lot of scenarios to it then, Clint.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's a huge box.
Like a big starter box? Big.
It's about the size of your Warhammer box.
Oh, like the Indominus box?
Yeah, it's just about that size. Maybe a little small. No, about that size. Yeah, it's crazy.
Wow. Well, see, so does it come with a map then, or like, I mean?
No, you have the building tiles.
So they're building tiles? Okay.
Yep.
My wife, who's driving my son around, is watching it on her phone. She goes, I shouldn't be watching this. No, honey, you don't need any special powers. You summon the Soviets out when we play, the tank game, and that's enough. That's enough. We don't need Soviets with dragons in a tank game. Do we, Clint? Well, we could. It might be cool. I guess that's where your anti-air would come in.
Yeah, that's yeah, very true.
Um, so yeah, that see, that's an interesting game. Then that you have the story, and then you have the precursor story for it, and that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I like that they did it. Plus, they also put out a cute little token pack, so that changed your little cheap characters to little miniatures, and you could buy individual cards for each character that had the trackers on the side. So you know how like Oak and Iron stuff have little trackers for tracking your damage. Well, they've got that for Betrayal now, where you can use that. So it's kind of cool.
Well, that's cool. And then Kyle says you get cards, omen cards, and a combination of omens as to what room
Yeah,
you're in. Activated the game scenario, so it depends on. Is it kind of like as a draw, depending on what you draw?
right. Because you're building the rooms as you go.
Okay.
So you don't have a full house map. Each time you go through a door, you add another room tile. Now, I did tell you earlier they made, or I told Dave earlier, sorry, I didn't tell you earlier, they made a Scooby-Doo version of this. So I really want to get it because I think Scooby-Doo almost seems like one of the perfect subjects to use for this type of game. So, and it's pretty reasonable priced. So
if it involves Scooby-Doo, why not? And that would be a good thing too, because of the mystery machine, and
Well, yeah, and they're always going into haunted houses, and they're always unmasking something. So I would imagine the monster is probably whichever townsfolk. So I think it'd be almost kind of like playing Clue, where you have to figure out who the masked villain is.
Tommy says that sounds awesome. Yeah.
I mean, I'll have to
version. That's interesting.
Yeah. We'll unbox it and give it a try. I think it'd be worth it.
Yeah, we'd have to pick it up and do it as an unboxing video there. Kyle says that in the Scooby version, you play as the gang.
Nice.
Nice. That's nice.
That would be cool.
Does it come with any Scooby snacks you can throw around? Or do we have to provide our own snacks?
I imagine that you have to provide.
Provide our own snacks? Why not? We can do that. We can provide our own snacks. So there you go. See, that's what this hangout's all about is get together, talk games. Like, I didn't know much about this game. You and Kyle have filled me in quite a bit there, Clint. And I just didn't know. We've discussed already that Ashley's not getting a dragon regardless. And yeah, that works. That works. We'll have to try that. We got to get the other boxes you have too, Clint.
Yeah, another book I want to touch on is all the Forgotten series, the Forgotten Desert, Forgotten Island, and Forgotten Skies.
Snacks sold separately. Kyle says snacks sold separately. Well, the Forgotten ones, are they? That's the one you were showing me at the store when we were in Iowa City, right?
That's the one I was telling you about, where you got to work together, and the first one, Forgotten Island, the island is sinking, so you guys have to work together to get off the island. And so basically, you got to find the components to build your ship to escape. And then at the end of that, when it's done, if you succeed, because a lot of times people don't, then it would move to Forgotten Desert, where your airship crashed in the desert and it got scattered to the wind. So now you're fighting the desert, the shifting sands, to try to find the pieces of your airship to build it. Then in Forgotten Skies, you basically have succeeded in building your airship, and you make your way up to a city in the clouds.
So this game kind of levels you. You do this and you go to this next one.
Well, no, you don't. They're separate games. They're each their own individual game.
But so it doesn't build off the previous version.
Each release of the game adds that story element to it. Now, the neat thing with Forgotten Sky is you can build circuits because there's a light. You're floating in the middle of a lightning storm, basically, and you got to get on the rocket. So you're trying to activate a rocket to leave, which means probably the next one is going to be like Forbidden Space or Forbidden Moon or whatever. You'll probably take the rocket into outer space, would be my guess. But you got to make circuits to ground, or you could get electrified by the storm. So really the concept of it is neat because there's always some element constantly working against you, and the players all have to work together. So you either all succeed or you all fail.
Oh, that's a cool concept.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. We should do some. We've done some of the military ones and some historical stuff and some of the naval stuff, and of course Warhammer and things like that. But some of these too we should do too. Like that one card game you had that you brought over. That was interesting and short.
Oh yeah, Dungeon Mayhem.
Dungeon Mayhem. It was pretty short, plain, and that's kind of the thing today. As we were talking before, Clint, on that is people don't have time to sit. Well, let me rephrase it. They can sit down for 4 hours and do a video game, but they can't find 4 hours to sit down and do a board game. So the perceptions are different these days. So if you have 30 minutes, then, you know, a lot of these board games and stuff are coming back. I'm telling you, the sales of just tabletop gaming stuff, because of this virus thing, it's like off the charts, really. I do DoorDash once in a while, you guys, and so ironically, one of the things I've picked up several times now, and as parents, you might laugh. So one order, they sent me to Walmart. We picked up a Nerf gun so this mom could, you know, have fun tagging her kids with Nerf darts in a house. And then the other one was several board games. You couldn't really see what was in the package. You could just see there were board games. And so the worker there at the store was letting me know that they're just selling out of board games like crazy. And all these orders going out the doors for stuff for people to play at home. You know, and so that's cool, I think. Ashley says she won't take no for an answer to the dragon. So
well, that all depends.
Thankfully, there's no stores that sell them. And Kyle said, 5 Minute Dungeon is a good game. What is
I heard that was good.
Is it a card game too, or what is 5 Minute Dungeon?
I want to say that is a card game. I think we've played it once before. I can't remember if it's card or dice, but it was actually a lot of fun. And you're right, it is real quick.
Well, that's the key. If they can keep the game significantly reduced to under an hour, then people can incorporate that into their time. And I think it's a good thing because I think it's good for families to sit down and game, you know, instead of everybody in different rooms all the time. I'm not against video games. Obviously, I own tons of them and I've been playing them for decades. And I play COD. I'll get on there and play COD. But it's not. I just think there's a lot less people are doing with their families. Does that make sense, Clint? Like they could spend some good family time now that they didn't have the chance to do before. So that's the upside, I think, to the whole thing. She's going to buy it online. You can't buy a dragon online, Ashley. Well, never mind. You might be able to through Wish. It's possible.
Yeah, but you'll pay for it.
Buy this dragon for 99 cents. It'll charge you $25 for shipping.
Yeah, and it'll show up in 4 to 10 weeks.
4 to 10 weeks. Sure, Clint. That would be quick, I guess. So
Probably.
See, so things like this, you guys, to those of you listening, this is what we would like for this GameCon, because we want to present the group and we want to present a variety of things because there's a variety of tastes in games. You know what I mean? And get it out there. So your ideas, your opinions, those would be very much welcome and would be appreciated. So let us know.
I know with your convention, I have some stuff I want to talk about, running a gamut from miniatures to cards to board game to RPG stuff. So
we'll do that. We'll do that tomorrow morning at Perkins. I'll just take off of work because I don't.
Oh, okay.
How's that?
Good luck with that.
Sure. I'll just tell our boss that you authorized my time off.
Oh yeah, just tell them I said it was okay. I'm sure she'll have no problem with it.
Nah.
Only
And
work
Kyle put in the chat, next day delivery, $100. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
Pet shop for a bearded dragon, Tommy said. Blood Bowl, Kyle likes. Well, Blood Bowl. We were playing Blitz Bowl though, weren't we, Clint?
And that's one of the ones I wanted to talk about. Was I'd actually like us
That
because
was
Blitz
fun.
plays quickly. I figured we'd throw down a real quick game during the convention just to show people what Blitz Bowl was like. So if he likes Blood Bowl, then he'll like Blitz Bowl.
All right, did you hear that thing, Kyle? So Blitz Bowl is going to be, it's a very condensed version of Blood Bowl because Blood Bowl can take, what's the box say again, Clint?
3 hours.
Huh?
3 hours.
About 3 hours. So Blitz Bowl will take maybe 30, 40 minutes.
Yeah.
And it's the same figures. I mean,
and we weren't even playing it right.
There's a Blood Blitz Bowl and a Dungeon Bowl. Don't know anything about the Dungeon Bowl.
Guild Ball / Dungeon Bowl is a completely different gaming company, but similar concept.
Yeah, because Blood Bowl is Games Workshop, right? I mean, it's based off the Warhammer 40K universe, or
Warhammer Fantasy
multiverse, whatever they call it. Yeah. So that's the thing there. See, that's another. So here, I'll have to tell you guys a short story about that. Actually, if you go to our YouTube channel, I have a 2-minute video of mine and Clint's pandemic setup. When they booted us out of the office, you will see a little game table where they put us, and that's where Blitz Bowl was.
Yep.
And it's just 2 minutes. Check it out. That was our setup when they first kicked us out of the office. And in between what we were doing, we could, game.
We played.
Yeah, a bit.
Other things, yeah.
Why not? You got to do something in between, right? So
we had better internet out there. That would have been a good option, but
yeah. Playing pandemic during the pandemic. Yeah, I was looking at that, Kyle. It said Ticket to Ride apparently is like the top selling game with the trains.
Love Ticket to Ride.
And then right underneath it is Pandemic. So do you have that Ticket to Ride then, Clint?
Yeah, I have Ticket to Ride, and I have the Ticket to Ride Nordic expansion. And the Nordic expansion is cool because it adds train engines. Okay.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't mind checking that out. That's interesting.
I have not. We could do. We bring that, do a half hour or an hour of that for sure. I also want to talk about Red Dragon Inn. So,
well, that's the drinking one, right?
That's the drinking one, yeah.
Yeah, that's where your whole goal is to keep your person standing on their feet.
Yep, and get everyone else drunk and steal their money.
So, like a bar downtown, then just 1,000 years ago or whatever. That'd be interesting.
It's a lot of fun, especially when you got a group playing.
So, how many players is that then?
Well, right now I could support the biggest game we ever had was 9 players.
9 players? Okay.
9, yeah, around the table. But we've got so many expansions that, I mean, I've got card decks for 12 or 15 players, and I don't even have the last 2 expansions.
Oh, wow. Oh, well, hello, Anthony. Anthony joined us. How are you doing today, sir? We're doing okay today. We are like a pachinko game. Ding, 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 ding. We're kind of all over on games. We're just kind of fast bouncing through. But that's what this is about. This is about getting together and just talking about gaming. So it's not going to stay on just one game. It's going to go wherever the conversation wants to go. He says he's working on models. What are on mods, you said? Okay. I'm sorry. I thought you said models. And Ashley asked about, do we drink while we're doing that?
Okay, we're going to pause that. Sorry. That one
That's okay.
No,
So go ahead, Clint. You were saying.
no, I've got Cyberpunk going on the
Oh, I was
Xbox.
like, what is that in the background there? Cyberpunk.
Yeah,
There's another game.
the section I'm about to go into is definitely not appropriate to be on the air.
Yeah, don't. I have seen some clips of that, and all I can say is, wow, don't play it around kids.
Yeah.
Don't play
That
it
was
around
very
kids.
much an adult game, but I will at some point. I went during the convention. I want to talk about the Cyberpunk Red, which is the RPG version.
Well, they just released that book, right? So
That just came out. I'm gonna talk about it and Witcher at the same time.
Well, you be at the same time.
Yeah, because they're the same company, same rule system.
So if people have played Witcher, then they can play Cyberpunk Red.
Exactly.
Because
Yeah.
it's the same
core rules.
Okay.
Yeah, I was very pleased that they did it that way, because it made me, not knowing a ton about the Witcher world, it made the game a lot easier to try to run because I know the rule system. So then it's just a matter of learning the world.
Well, there's the thing. If it's the same company, right? Tommy says he wants to try Red also. We should do that, Tommy. We could get whoever you guys want.
Yeah.
I mean, we can use this to play. We can do like almost like a Zoom kind of thing too. We could figure a way out for all of us to game.
Yeah.
You could do it.
Interested parties do it over the thing, and I would just send you the information you need for your character creation and whatnot, and then we just do it for 2 or 3 hours over video, except for those in person, and then we just run everything. I can run the group that way. It'd actually be a lot of fun. We could pull off a really big job if we had 4 or 5 people.
Yeah, we could do that. And then briefly, I'll just interject there because Anthony brought up, he asked, have you played DC Deck Builder by Cryptic?
I've seen it played, but I've not
played it. And yes, Kyle, you could do D&D campaigns as well. Matter of fact, Clint likes to draw his own maps. He likes to do his own.
Do a lot with, or was doing a lot with D. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, the thing is, like I said, the reason I want to do this group, and I talked to Clinton and the wife and all that, and do this is so we can all hang out and start meeting other people. You can game. We can game virtually like this for a while. I mean, in all honesty, the other stuff's not going to last forever. It's not forever going to be here. So at some point, people will be able to get back to groups and do things. And in the meantime, we can go ahead and do it. You'd like to do a Gundam style D&D?
That
would be that'd be interesting. I bet Tommy would be in on that too.
You'd be better off using the Bessem 4th edition for Gundam, since Bessem is the big eye, small mouth. It's all the anime RPG. It's actually designed for stuff like that. That would make sense for Gundam.
He said that would be wild. A Gundam D&D. Yeah, that would be. And I seen your comment there earlier while we were talking, Tommy. I'm just going back up. Aeon Trespass. I haven't played that.
Yeah. That's been a while since I've seen anything like that. The one thing I know now that if Tommy's interested in RPGing, we need to get him in on our Twilight 2000 group once the new edition comes out, because he will enjoy that, because I know he's big into Team Yankee, and Twilight 2000 takes place during the Cold War. So
Anthony, that would be really cool if you want to share a link. Go ahead and put it in like the group, and put it on the group's page, because we also have the page, which you guys can post to also, not just the group. So both of them, both entities work together. And Kyle and Anthony, I don't know. We got the Discord, which is where Tommy is kind of splitting his time right now, because I see the notifications going off on my laptop. So our group Discord, you guys are more than welcome to join. Anybody out there that's listening that's in the group can do that. And Instagram, you're more than welcome to join the Instagram. You can post your stuff there too. Just look for us on Instagram. The links are there. So you're more than welcome to put whatever you want to put up on there gaming wise, and share the stuff. That'd be great. That's what we're here for. Yeah, Kyle, you're better off put it on the page and then put it in a group, because the page has a couple thousand followers and the group has 1,000. Well, we're heading towards 1,500. Matter of fact, in the last 3 or 4 days, we've gotten, I think, about 15 new people. So, which is good. Every week we're getting a few people, and I like that because it's not overwhelming, and you get a chance to say hi, and But sure, you could do that, Kyle and Anthony. You could share. You guys could share links. I just say share them to both, so that there's activity on both. Your podcast is dedicated to Mutant Football League.
Nice.
Kyle says, "There you go. That'll work." And Tommy, thank you for keeping that chat on Discord going. It's just been blowing up since yesterday. He's posted a lot of stuff though too, a lot of pictures you guys can check out. It's too bad it does not show. The only thing I don't like about this service, even though I have to pay for it, I don't mind paying for it, is it doesn't show on YouTube when I'm looking at it. Like, it shows my response, but it doesn't show the conversation in general. So he says, Kyle says it's the Kyle Pfeffer's official MFL podcast. So you could post a link there if you want, Kyle, so people can find it. We have our Gamers with Coffee podcast, so if you mention us, we'll mention you. How's that? Fair enough. Then we can kind of network. So as long as people want to help grow the group, then they're welcome to use the group to help get their things going too. As long as it works both ways, I'm good with that. So that's a good thing, because our goal is to grow this to be a big group where just meet more and more gamers. Look at, in this short conversation, I've already gotten more information on a couple games than I had. So, and it's more fun when more people join in. Right, Clint?
Yes.
Oh, you know what I need though? I'm hinting at this to the wife who's still listening. Is I need a warmer plate. Those coffee cup warmer plates? But don't order it from some place you don't know. I don't want to put my coffee cup on it and have it go ceramic shattering everywhere. Oh, did you get that one you ordered yet, Clint?
Which one?
Did you order the one with the when I don't waking up early, but when I
the mug.
Yeah, we gotta see that if you can.
Hold on, I'll grab it. It's in the dish or in the dish thing.
I'm not. Well, thanks, hon. So the wife says I'm not going to get a warmer because she needs more paints. So there you go, dedicated hobbyist. So that'll work. Well, I'm glad you guys joined, man. It's nice to see people in here and hang out, and it's going to be a regular thing. So if you can swing by if you want. If you guys know people who will fit in, and if you look at the posts, they're all respectful. That's pretty much all we ask, is obviously, try to curtail some of the words and keep it clean, and we're good, and that's what we want, is to meet more people. Yeah. Oh, wow. That came out nice.
Yeah, it did. Give me a second here. Position on the camera.
Yeah. What you got to do, Clint, is take pictures with your phone and then post it in a group and let them know you got it.
This one, I think I'm going to do what your wife did. I'm going to fill it with rice and use it to hold my paintbrushes and stuff.
Yeah, you could do that too.
It's a real good idea.
So we have mugs, you guys, because it's a group, obviously. No, I'm not trying to sell you mugs to make thousands of dollars. I'd have to have thousands of sales to do that. If you know how Teespring works, it doesn't work that way. But what our goal is to do is to spread the word about the group and try to earn enough to get games that we can play and review and then give out to the group, if that makes sense. So we can turn it back around to where we get games. That would be great. That's a goal. It's a simple goal, I think, and it's workable. Tommy says he needs more paint too. Yeah. Here, Tommy, I have some right here. Oh wait, this is sterling mud base. I don't have actual paint. That basing stuff from Citadel is good stuff.
Yeah,
It works
I like
very
it.
well on your models. Yep, it's a
I
good
use it on the BattleTech stuff a lot. In fact, I've used a lot of Citadel stuff on BattleTech lately because it just works out so much easier.
Well, the painted here is good. I mean, Citadel paints are a little thick, but I like the fact that they dry fast. So
Yeah.
you can paint a lot. You can get a lot accomplished and then go back.
Well, my
Oh,
interior unit, that contrast paint makes a great, like a midnight dark color for them. So it's just basically a couple coats and you're done. It's there. Then it's just detail work from that.
hold on there, Kyle. I'll get the Discord link. I gotta bring it up.
Hmm.
So it's just a gamers with coffee server. And here, I got the link. And I'll put the link here. There you go, sir. Thank you for waiting. There's the link. You can hop on in. You can post pictures or whatever you'd like. Looks like Tommy and D are in there under the gaming. Was that historical gaming that you're in there?
Yep.
Yep. And they're going through the tank stuff. Tommy's done some good work on his tanks and building the models and then actually putting, things on them. So yes, Anthony, we do. We're working on a schedule right now. What screwed us up, and Clint can attest to this, is we got all this up and going. It was going great, and then poof, we had a bad storm back in August, which was like an inland hurricane. So we had 140-mile-an-hour winds. Okay, out of the storm, and it did a ton of devastation. Long story short, it knocked down a lot of lines. So the cable in our area was out for probably about 2 weeks. Yeah, a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
I had to drive to other towns or go long distances to get internet and stuff. But they patched it. They temporarily patched it. And so then it fell apart. Just as we were getting things going, I was skipping, so the upload speed was horrific, like 2 bits a second. I mean, it would make you look like you're doing like this. So it cut our live streaming to nothing for about 2 months, which hurt because we just got people used to doing that. So the other day, like I live streamed with a few of the members, Brittany and Stephanie and Dee are members of the group. And so we were doing Minecraft Farmcraft. So we do live stream video games, Call of Duty, Cold War, and the zombie aspect, which Ashley pretty much dominates. You'd have to. Let me put it to you this way, Anthony. If you know anything about zombies, my wife will get between 40 and 70 revives in a game. I can't get two. So, yeah. Now, schedule-wise, that's what we need to do is put a set time. So give us an idea then, Anthony. What's a good time in the evening that you're available to game? And we need to get some more input from you guys so that, because we'd like to game with you. If you add the Gamers with Coffee gamer tag, specifically like with Cold War, there's 2 versions when you own an Xbox version, right? And then crossplay. So because we're a gaming group, I spent extra, got the crossplay. I think it was $20 more, something like that. But anyway, so PC, I can play with you on PC. I can play with you on PS4 while I'm playing on the Xbox, because that would be no point for me to not do it. And so yes, Anthony, we're working on trying to get afternoon, evening, but I don't want to interfere with people's dinner. I kind of want to try to do it when they have a chance to game. And the reason this is Sundays at 4 is I did polls, we've done giveaways, and every time it's been people have chosen Sunday at 4. So I think it's just a better time when we do the giveaways to do them on Sundays, and like this gamer hangout and update thing, and so on. So yeah, but we're trying to get a schedule. And then there's Clint. He randomly plays and he posts stuff too. He doesn't really like multiplayer though, do you, Clint? You're more
Not on like Call of Duty and stuff. I don't know.
So now this is where I think you would, Clint, because for you playing by yourself with randoms, you may not like. But for us as a gamers, a coffee group, if we get into a private party, we have 6 of us in a party, we can all go and play as a team and just kind of.
That's true. That might make a little.
Well, you wouldn't be playing with people you don't know, and it's a private party, so you're not in the lobby. That's how I like to play. I mean, you can play in the lobby, but trying to get people to work with you, it's hard to do.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the struggle with World of Tanks, is trying to get all these other random people to pair up or, strategize with you.
Yeah. And yes, Kyle, we could do a Dead by Daylight as well also. He brought that up, and Anthony said he works 3rd shift through the week. So I know all about that, Anthony. I've done my time on just about every shift. So has Clint. And now it's just, it's crazy. So you work 4 a.m. to 1. So we work most of the time, Kyle, 5 a.m. to 2 or 2:30.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And Tommy, Don't Starve Together. That is a creepy, weird game. Clint would like that, I think, but it's weird.
Probably.
And yeah, so it's weird. It's an interesting game. So our gaming time is when my work day is done or Clint's, and then we got to take care of family and stuff. But I'm not sure what everybody else's time is, and that's what we're trying to do, is get some time set up to where you guys can be a part of it. The whole reason we created this, like I said, was to get and meet other gamers and introduce gaming to people and swap back and forth, because honestly, if you play one type of game, you're missing out on a lot of fun, right? So if I just solely played video games only, I'd be missing out on a huge board game world, miniature world, tabletop world. I would be missing all sorts of other games.
And you haven't even delved into the RPG stuff yet.
Only a little bit, because I never really had anybody to do RPGs with. And Clint, I role play every day I get out of bed. I pretend to be a customer service agent.
Give bad dice rolls doesn't mean. What are you going to do one day when you get a critical success? You're not going to know what to do with yourself.
Yeah, well, I'll have more time to do this. Right? So Kyle says he's big on old school Magic the Gathering. Brittany joined in. Hello, Brittany. She says she likes playing Don't Starve Together. Brittany, Tommy, and me, and another lady named Stephanie were playing, and I'm telling you, you got to have some teamwork on that one. Anthony's playing Ark. Yeah, Ark is a good game too. Ashley used to play that a lot, and then just kind of stopped. Aha.
Yeah, the wife's back.
It's interesting. The Don't Starve with Me is the same kind of concept as like the Forbidden Island and Forbidden Desert. It's all where you've got to work together, or else you'll all
I
fail.
won't be able to.
Huh?
Oh, I'm good. I'll be sitting all night anyway.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's interesting there. It's just that Don't Starve Together is just weird and interesting, but
I didn't like it personally.
teach their own.
Yeah.
So, you got to enjoy it. Games are games. You got to like what you're doing.
I want to make more coffee.
Yeah, mine's getting cold.
Yeah.
Is that my cue? I have to make more.
Huh?
Is that my
If you could, please.
Make
If
it more.
you could heat it up, thank you.
You want to heat it up or you want new?
Bless my wife. Good woman. I knew when I got that lottery ticket that I picked a winner.
I don't have anything to throw at you right now.
What? That's a compliment. Raft. Kyle mentioned a game called Raft. I don't know what Raft is.
Oh,
I haven't.
I've played it once, but we don't have it.
Kyle says, yeah, if you had a warmer, you wouldn't have that problem, would you? No, sir, you're right. If I had a warmer, I would be okay.
Yeah. I should go fire up the Keurig. I just ground coffee yesterday.
Well, I could use a mug warmer. But that's okay. So, yeah, Anthony and Kyle, you guys, and well, Anthony, I'll repeat this for you because I don't know if you heard it. I don't think so. So I got our group, in our whole group here together, a table at GameCon, which is going to be a virtual game. And I forgot to mention, I got table number 3, Clint. So I hopped on that when they sent me the invite because I didn't get it last year. So, because you know how people don't scroll past the first 7 or 8. I mean, they don't really scroll too far. They lose interest. So we're going to be the 3rd table on the list for people as they come in to check. And it's a virtual event, Anthony, from February 26th, 27th, and 28th. And it's free to you guys. I had to pay for the booth, but it's free to anybody that wants to show up to look around. So I thought it would be an awesome idea to get our group out there because we're not selling anything. We're just there. So we're going to be a little different than a lot of the other vendors, but we're there to demonstrate the games and get people interested and find more members. And I think it's going to be a fun deal. So, yeah, I think it'll be a good deal.
No, you're not getting a warmer. Stop asking.
Huh? I need a warmer.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. I think
It's called a microwave for a reason.
Yeah, but a microwave is sending waves out. It's not slowly heating the coffee.
Then I'll buy you one that you have to plug in with the USB.
No, I don't want to tax my poor laptop anymore. It's
So, oh, it's getting dark in here. Hold on.
Yeah. What happened?
Last night, afternoon. I don't know.
Oh, there you go. Now there's light. Now I can see the.
I turned one of the lights on. Well, all the only lights that were on in here are the Christmas lights because they don't cause glare on the TV. So there was one of the scenarios I was doing. I was pretty much in the dark the whole time, and I couldn't even see where I was going because there was so much glare. So my mother-in-law gave me this with my Keurig, and it's my little strainer thing.
Yeah, basket strainer.
So, yep. So I ground up some Starbucks coffee and put it in here. So I'm going to run it through and make me a cup.
Well, you may as well.
Yeah.
Don't be giving him any ideas, Clint.
Why? I saved my points from that company or stars, and we got a pour over to be all fancy. But the pour overs weren't good. If I was thinking, hey, storm situation, like when that last storm came, you had 9 days of no power, no gas, no electricity, no nothing. So it's kind of like camping. But the pour over thing worked great because all you got to do is boil some water and boom.
Hey, honey. It's okay, man.
So, yeah, that'd be cool. And Kyle, that'll be your first GameCon. It's going to be
ours too.
Our first time for having a virtual booth. I've never done that. We go to this one. It's local, and usually there's several thousand people that go. But I'm betting now it's going to be more than several thousand people because it's a virtual event, so it's going to be open to everybody. And I think that's going to make a big difference. What is this? Oh, I don't
Our
want
daughter
to eat
brought
on
me
here.
chocolate.
Okay, thank you. But yeah, hopefully you guys can swing by and check it out. And I emailed them back, so I am waiting for a response as to exactly what I got to do. And then I'm working on a schedule. Me, Ashley, and Clint here are trying to figure out a schedule we can do. So if you guys also have ideas, please just send them to me. Probably the easiest way to do that, you could send it in the messenger for the group or the page there, or you could just send it to gamerswithcoffee@gmail.com.
They can send
So-
me too.
Yeah, and we'd absolutely would love to hear your guys' suggestions and do something with that. Dee says she loves her French press. That's great. We tried one. We tried
Those
to
are
French press our coffee, but I think we were doing it slightly wrong. But if you do it right, I've had people swear that they never go back to a coffee pot after it. So I look at it as, hey, we live in a storm area, tornado area. You lose power and lights. Like I said, I've got things that I can just do simple things, which, by the way, the CDC should have board games and tabletop miniatures as something that they should put out there because they require zero power and there's never an issue with lag. Right, Clint?
True.
No power.
There's
You can
always
game-
flag.
So you guys familiar with Warhammer? They have a group of that's called Necrons, and Clint knows this. So when our power was out, I put all the Necron figures around a candle and I took a snapshot and posted it as Necrons by candlelight because I'm just being a fool. But I was having fun.
That's okay.
And it took off, Clint. I got like hundreds of likes and stuff on
Yeah, it
that.
was pretty cool, actually.
People
Yeah,
thought that
those
was
suck
cool.
building in the candlelight.
Well, it sucks to build in the candlelight, yes, because of the shadows. But see, if I got a way to make coffee in a game to play with no power, I figure I'm above what a lot of other people are, and it doesn't require much for me to live, Oh, so D says pour over didn't make it strong enough, so you just see. I don't want my coffee too strong.
That's an espresso.
Like where you're stirring it and you pull the spoon out and the top of the spoon's gone. You're like, what the happened to my spoon? Yeah, I don't want that strong. I have heard, so Kyle mentioned to look at All Quiet on the Martian Front and Wild West Exodus. Now,
So
I was looking at All Quiet on the Martian Front. I'm not sure about
that one
Wild
kind
West.
of phased out or faded away. It was cool concept, but I actually like the idea of tripods and triplanes better.
Yeah, that's fun. That's a fun game.
The only plus side with All Quiet on the Martian Front is you actually had tanks and other ground units. That was kind of cool.
So Wild West Exodus, what's a brief on that one there, sir?
Too much vanilla in the coffee.
And you guys are on YouTube. You guys feel free to ask questions too. This is going to not just you guys on YouTube, but the Facebook page and the group that we have. So feel free to ask questions or say hi because we're talking about everything from miniature gaming and model building to board games, table games, and video games. So, and I got to clear this up, and I'm going to do it for the next several times, Clint. So you guys are going to hear me repeat it. Yes, phone games are games. So some of our members asked, well, what about phone games? Well, look at how many people play games on their phone. An insane amount of people. So yes, absolutely, it's a game. If you want to talk about the game you're playing on your phone, go ahead. Be careful. Some of them games, boy, they sucker you in there with that money. I've talked to people who have spent more than they would have on a car. I'm not going to lie. I talked to a person that I know that they spent $16,000 through Google Play on one of those games.
Podcasting.
16 grand. So yeah.
That's a little ridiculous for just
Yeah,
something.
I thought it was crazy dumb. Yep. And
robots.
okay. So Wild West Exodus, Kyle says, is a tombstone with Doc Holliday, Wyatt Earp, Jesse James with robots.
I'm gonna play zombies.
Okay. So
I've seen Wild West Exodus.
But
I never
you-
really paid a lot of attention or thought.
get really loud, babe.
So
She's gonna play zombies. So I'm telling you right now,
sorry if I yell.
she'll get pretty loud. Yeah.
I'll try
I
to-
mean, yeah, it'll get loud. because when she gets into the game, she gets into the game. So okay, so I'm interested in that. So Doc Holiday, I'm gonna put this in YouTube. Wild West and robots. Okay, that's interesting. And is it a miniatures game? All right, Brittany, I will let her know. You have, Brittany says to invite her, show game.
Okay.
All right, Brittany. Thanks for showing up. If you want to go kill some zombies, that's what we're here for. Go kill some zombies. Go do it.
She's still on?
She's going to get on, so give her a minute.
Okay. I'll start. Tell her I'm under my actual name.
Oh, okay. Okay, so 15 millimeter gaming. Nice. Because that's the style we generally play with there.
Yeah.
Kyle, is tanks and Team Yankee, and a lot of the war games we do are 15 millimeter. Warhammer, I know it's 28 to 32 roughly millimeter. Now here's one for you, Kyle. And I'm going to throw that out there too also for you, Anthony. Now, you guys have heard of Elder Scrolls, right? Elder Scrolls. So a call to arms is their miniature stuff from Modiphius. And my son bought that. And I'll tell you right now, the map, the terrain, it's phenomenal. The figures, the gameplay is actually, I believe Clint would like this. If he sat down, I think he would really like the way this plays a lot, Clint, like Fallout.
Yeah, but I'm just not a big fantasy setting person. That's my only drawback with it.
Hold on a minute, Clint.
Cool.
Hold on. As your gaming psychiatrist who's not licensed, and I cannot give any professional advice, you say you're not into fantasy, but you do RPG. You have to have fantasy and imagination to do RPGs.
Yes, but much fantasy RPGs do I do?
No, you lost. You lost. So, in my unprofessional opinion, I believe you would look at it like, well, I don't know. I'll bet you when you played it, I think you would like the way it played with the strategy.
Yeah, oh, I'm sure.
Yep.
Actually, my biggest hindrance with it is we have so many other miniature games going that I just don't really have time to go to it. That's kind of why Fallout has fallen to the wayside at the moment.
Yeah. It is.
Hey.
It is. What are you giggling about over there?
Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay.
You go back to your thing.
They're sitting there chit-chatting, giggling. So, okay. Anyways, yes, Kyle. You can go ahead and post it on Discord. So you're more than welcome to post anything on your stuff you want to do. Just give us a shout out, here and there. So that's fair, and I'm perfectly good with that. I have no issue with that at all.
Which does not surprise me.
And if it helps you, great.
Okay, where are you?
But Discord's kind of newer for us, so we have people in there. We just it's just really taken off lately, which is good, and so I'm cool with that.
This gun doesn't have any
Bolt action? Yeah, I haven't played Bolt Action. Have you, Clint?
Bolt yes, Bolt Action. I have. I like Bolt Action, especially if you know where to look for some of the miniatures and tanks. Because Italeri makes the models. So Italeri also puts out their own model line in the same scale. Well, their models are like $8.99 and $9.99 for the tanks versus $30 for the ones for Bolt Action. And they're the same thing. In fact, I've got some in the other room, tanks and German troops that are actually usable for Bolt Action, but they're Italeri models. They were cheap.
Yeah, it's a World War II miniature game.
It's a bigger, though.
It's like Flames of War, just a bigger version. So, see this, Kyle? Let's move the camera here a little. This is a set that I traded for, actually. I just have to be able to have the time to put it together. So there's a ton of stuff in it. Actually, this is all 15 millimeter, and this is Flames of War. It's made by Battlefront, and it's just got a ton of stuff. So bolt action. The only reason I won't get into bolt action is because we already have World War II stuff. Plus, we have World War II terrain, right, Clint?
Yeah.
And Kyle, I've made World War II terrain, and so has Clint. So, and hello, Laurel. Clint, your daughter joined the chat.
I gotta go. See you later.
Oh no, Laurel, shh, don't tell anyone your dad's here, okay? Just keep it on the down low. He's trying to hide. Yeah, we'll go with that. But yeah, bolt action is a little pricey and much
It's cool.
bigger.
I haven't gotten rid of my stuff because I like the game, but yeah, it is a cost investment like Warhammer is.
Clint, your daughter's all. You better call me, Dad. Here, Laurel. He'll call you when he's done. Right now, his phone is busy.
No.
He says no, Laurel. I am good. I am good. How are you, Laurel? So we're going to present a lot, and I'm excited about the GameCon thing. So, Anthony, question for you if you're still there, sir.
I know, because we did that.
Before
I got off last time.
On the website, I have a cPanel already, but I might go to a different hosting server, and I'd like to just switch it over to WordPress. It's easy enough to install. What's your opinion on that for our website on a WordPress?
Basically, live
and
behind me and me playing on.
Kyle says he plays A House Divided. So do I, Kyle. Every family reunion. So once a year, I play A House Divided. Oh, there's actually a card. There's actually a game. All right. Right, Clint? A House Divided?
Yes.
Our version.
Yeah.
Our version.
Yeah. Play daily.
One is like snake print, and the other's like alligator
So,
or something. I've never had anything like.
Hopefully, she's not too loud.
You want me to get louder?
No, please don't. There we go.
And
So we're doing good there, Laurel. We have coffee, and your dad's hiding out in the room, and we got a bunch of cool people we're all talking to, so it's good. I was hoping we'd get some more people on YouTube.
And I'll help you as much as I can.
But we have people on, you know what I mean? We have subscribers, but I mean, there's not really anybody. I think with YouTube, it's more I've gotten thousands of views when I upload the video, but I noticed live over there, it's like,
Yeah. Might be timing with YouTube.
Yeah, it could be.
That doesn't always work the same way.
So Laurel asks, what is snake print? Well, I don't know. What is snake print?
What do you mean snake print?
I don't know. Is that a game, Laurel? I'm not sure what she means by that. There's like a 30-second delay, Clint, so it'll take her half a minute.
Babe, what did she ask?
I think snake print is she referring to the actual,
I was on birthday about my shoes.
Oh, Laurel, Ashley says you'll have to talk to her about that on shoes. Oh, in the background, it's her shoes. Snake print.
So when you do anything like that, if you hit left on the D-pad.
Yeah, YouTube all of this is delayed. When you hear what we're saying, it's a delay of about 30 seconds roughly. Because it's going from this service to Facebook, to the page, to the group, and then to YouTube. So there's always a delay. So if you ask a question, we'll answer it, but it's just going to come out as a delay. The chat's instant. The talking's not. So
I had to turn the TV down.
So hopefully everybody here is having a good night.
Speakers as well. Yep, Greg's phone's almost dead.
Yeah, now my phone wants to die. Really? That's okay. I'm using it to monitor YouTube because if they ask a question, then I'll get it here on the chat.
Come at me.
Well, great.
Actually,
I'm going to let you go because I want to run through this part in Cyberpunk, and there's no way I can do that while we're chatting because it's definitely not public appropriate.
Yeah, that's
No.
definitely an adult orientated.
I didn't realize I was getting into that part with this chunk of story arc, so I want to get through it so I can get on with some of the other stuff.
Yeah, no, that's cool. I don't want to do anything that's going to get us in trouble.
Yeah,
And have the Facebook or YouTube.
yeah, I've
No, when there's
pretty
two
much
of
kept
them,
the music
then-
way
Get up
down.
So at the end of the
Actually, the music in the game is awesome, but I have kept it pretty way down if we're doing stuff like this. That way, no one's catching it.
as possible.
And normally, I'll just play while we talk. But yeah, I this next part, I mean, I could mute the TV, but I'd be afraid there'd be reflection or something.
We did the last time.
Well, yeah. So go ahead. Thanks, Clint, for showing up. It's always more fun to get somebody on the video there. So you guys are all also more than welcome to use that, and I can put you on live too. Just it doesn't work that well through a phone. Just telling you.
Actually, it's been working real good on my phone so far.
No.
No, Clint.
Wait,
I'm saying that to mess with you. So
I
on
know.
your phone,
Well, it's because I'm not moving. The phone
because you're not moving.
Great.
So let's clarify that. It will work through the phone under certain situations, but I know some other people it wouldn't work on their phones. So
I wouldn't bother
if
using
you have a
your phones yet.
laptop or a PC or a tablet, something to that effect, I think you're probably better off.
Ironic, it doesn't work for crap on my laptop.
Oh, I was thinking of just getting a tablet for it. I just can't afford one. But I mean, because the phone, you get the phone calls and text messages and that.
God, I wonder if it'd work on my wife's old Kindle.
I don't know, but it would work on your old Windows laptop or tablet. It would.
I might have to try it on the wife's old Kindle because it's got a bigger screen.
I mean, that's not a bad shotgun.
Keep that in mind.
But, I mean,
All right.
All right. Well, I'll let you go. I'll let you go. Then. Bye.
All right. We'll talk to you later.
All right, you guys. So Clint's going to go ahead and take off. We can stay and chat as long as you'd like. Laurel, your dad is off, but he's hiding, trying to game. So just give him a few minutes and let him game, and he should probably be able to answer you.
You good up there, Seth?
Okay.
Okay.
And Dee, you said it's a little bit better on Facebook than it is live streaming on YouTube. On my phone, it's going through pretty good on YouTube. And to you guys on YouTube, again, this conversation's for everybody. So right now I'm answering questions that people are asking in our Facebook group. And if you're a member of YouTube on our channel, jump in our group. You're more than welcome to join and post away, which is all gaming topics. So it's pretty easy, pretty safe, pretty nice. We're kind of laid back. We're not a bunch of grumpy people. So it's a good deal.
Hey, you haven't gone down yet. That's all that matters. All right, did you open the first set?
All right. And
Get
so
down here. Let's go. Down the stairs. Down the stairs.
with the GameCon stuff, I will check the email tomorrow and see when they're after a while. When I get off work and see what the official response is, because I've secured the virtual booth, and then we're going to start working on the schedule. So again, any ideas you have, let us know. And yes, Kyle, coffee does cure grumpiness. It absolutely does. It's one of those kind of safe things to drink that help out.
Nope, you're fine. I'm going to pop
And
these.
so some of the upcoming videos we're going to
and then you'll
do,
go
one
down
of the things
steps
we're going to
where
show
the
you guys how to do is how to
So right
build
down over here.
terrain and make terrain for tabletop.
Come on.
We're not
next.
professionals. We don't know every single
I'm
aspect,
going to run upstairs.
but
and that
we've
way I
done
can get
enough
apart,
that we can tell
so
you what you
just
need to do
Stay alive.
and show you how to do it
As you're able to hit that
and-
purple orb, hit it.
and do that. So we'll be showing you
down
that
where the
there
pack punch
too.
Machine would be.
And with that,
It will pop up and you go up and you can hold X on it
so
until it clearly goes.
more videos
says
coming that way, you guys. And
You gotta
if
go
you
up
would
to it.
like, subscribe to the YouTube channel. We'd appreciate it.
Good.
And
Just press and hold it.
any other questions, you guys? Laurel or Dee
Up by the
or
knob.
anybody who's
Just
watching,
say press and hold to activate.
Kyle. Hopefully you guys all check out
Hopefully
our
it's there.
GameCon table. So you guys on YouTube, we're going to be showing off the miniatures on the GameCon side and other games also. So you'll get to see, because I have a box like the Indominus box from Warhammer. And so those miniatures are done now. Save about 4 for decals I've got to do left, which I should just get those out of the way. And then we'll let you guys see some of these things too. So just a second. Hey, Ashley.
I'll be quiet.
Thank you. So yeah, sorry about that. She's gaming in the background and it's starting to override
My bad.
me talking, and I apologize.
Ow.
So
Okay, machine's done.
I'll just check YouTube here.
Yeah,
All right.
so we get the points.
So I appreciate you guys showing up. I'm gonna hop off of here and get dinner and stuff going. But
Yeah.
you guys, every Sunday, come back, say hi, and talk about whatever you want to talk about. Okay?
Give me a second.
Whatever games,
Kinda,
so we can learn.
oh god damn.
But you guys, you have a good night.
They want to use that on dogs.
I am gonna let you go. All right. And thank you very much for joining up. It made my day. I had a crud day at work, so thank you. All right.
Have the points.
Have a good evening, guys.
Okay, go. Get out. I'm going to try to hit the